Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick tutorial video on how to post products and basic site usage. Try to make this as short and sweet as possible, and try to keep it as simple for a first lesson so we don't overdo it and make your brain hurt. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and start with adding products. Now, the main part of the administration panel, you'll notice that I added custom buttons up at the top. I make these shortcut buttons so it's easier for you to get around, because there's a lot of stuff in the site that you don't have to mess with. It's stuff for the coder or the developer. Like on the side over here where you have the main menu, like all this stuff, like there's only a few things in here that you would ever need to mess with. So the stuff that you would mainly mess with, I try to give you your own little buttons up top here so that you can stay out of the menu and don't get yourself lost in somewhere or mess something up that you don't need to be messing with. So that's what the main buttons up top here are for. I went ahead and added a little shout box so you can leave messages to other employees. I use it for myself too while developing the site, but now that the site's getting pretty much developed, it's not really a good idea to leave me messages on here unless you know I'm on there, because chances are I won't check within a good amount of time to check and see if there's anything on there. So if you have anything, a question or support or anything like that, call me, Facebook me, or you can also use the calicotek link here to communicate with me, open up a support ticket, anything like that that you need. I also added the search boxes here so you can quickly find product or find a customer. You just type in a word from their name, or like if I'm going to look for a product, I got a test product in there, I'm going to search for test, and oops, I logged out. I let it sit too long. Okay, and so we have a test product. I went ahead and found our test products, test product 2 silver coins, yada yada yada. So that's how you search and find products or a customer that you're having a little bit of trouble digging through. You don't really have to worry about having to dig for anything though until the site starts to get a lot of customers and a lot of sales and things like that on there. But after that, then the search boxes come in pretty handy, help you find stuff a little quicker. Now the main thing that you're going to be doing in here is adding categories and products. So let's mess with that first. We're going to start with categories and products. And inside of here is where you can change categories and products. The categories are basically just folders that you can keep everything organized. Like these temporary ones that came with the site, software, DVDs, movies, gadgets, and I went ahead and added my own category by hitting new category. I added a gold coins category. We're just going to use that as an example for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the gold coins so that it brings me into the gold coin section. Oops. Click the little folder there. Okay, and then there's the 2 test products that I put up before while I was trying to make the video and kept messing it up. And so what we're going to do is starting with adding a new product. This is the main thing that you have to do, is add products. Most of the other stuff I handle. You handle products, and you handle customer support or adding reviews, specials, things like that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just click add new product and bring up the main new product window. This is where you fill out all the information. It's all pretty much automatic. It's self-explanatory. Like product status, whether it's in stock or out of stock. If you make a product and you only have 5 of them, you can set the amount of products that you want down here, product quantity. So let's say we have 5 of these gold coins that we're selling, and we want the product to actually appear on the site. That's what in stock and out of stock does. It's basically like a button for on and off, whether you want it to show on the site or not show on the site. Obviously anything that you have that's sold out, you don't want to be on the site for people to click on and try to order that you don't have. So that's what this is for. Most products, when you add them, I imagine you're going to have stock for them if you're adding them. So you really primarily don't need to mess with that. You pretty much just leave that the way it is. And then if all those products sell, the system will automatically take it off the site for you. Next, we're going to do is the data available. This is the start date of this product. If we want a product to start later than today, like let's say we want to add a product today, but we don't want that product to show up for a week from now on the site, we would go into here, our day, 28th, today is marked, and I want to set this for next Monday. So this product won't appear till next Monday. I'll go ahead and set the next month, Monday the 4th, and then bam, that product is going to appear on the website and actually be usable and purchasable on the 2013th, on February 4th. But for right now, I'm just going to set this back to the 28th so that the product we're making now appears on the page. Product manufacturer, you don't really have to mess with until you add manufacturers. And a manufacturer, really, with gold coins, I'm not even sure if you're going to use that at all. If you say you were selling cell phones or something like that, and I was selling a product for Samsung, I could go, it's a Samsung product, I could set it as Samsung. All this stuff doesn't really seem that important, but in search engine criteria it does become important, because Samsung becomes a search word for you. Now we go to the product name, set that as none. We're going to go to the product name. Now you'll notice that a lot of these descriptions and stuff that you fill in have an American flag and a Spain flag for a Spanish flag. This is so that the site will actually translate into different languages for different types of customers. This way we don't just get an American base, we can actually get a South American base too by adding the South American language. And we can add any languages we want, we just have to create the translations for the products. So if you do want any other languages, let me know soon, that way I can get them in there before you start adding a lot of products. That way you don't have to go through and add a translation later for that product. But the product name, I'm going to go ahead and give this a temporary product name. We're going to go temp product silver coin eagle is going to be our product name. That's the main title of the product. It's very important that you leave good product names and good descriptions. You want to make them as lengthy as possible and descriptive as possible, because each one of these words becomes keywords for search engines. Like the old days, I used to actually have a separate page where I would set up meta key tags, which will become the key tags, the keywords for search engines. Not anymore. Google now has a robot that searches your website looking for all the similarities in wording and stuff like that to use as keywords. So if you have a bunch of products with the name Silver Eagle in it, Silver Eagle, because you're using it a bunch of times on the site, Google's going to see that. Silver Eagle is going to become search engine criteria. So you add that in, and what we're going to do now is make a description. Sooner or later, as soon as I finish the code for it, which has been a real pain in the neck, the site's going to automatically translate for you from English to Spanish. For right now, though, it does not do that. So what we do is I'm going and just using Google Translate to translate anything I'm making for each language. So if I want, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight what I've made as a name, hit copy, and then go ahead and paste that into here. And instantly I get over on this side a Spanish translation. I can highlight that, copy it, and paste it into there. And I'm going to do that for the description as well. This is a test description. Please pay no attention to this text, as it is just to help with development. And I'll go ahead and make a Spanish translation for that as well. Copy and paste that back into the page here, and that way Spanish people can understand and buy from our website as well. And that's the descriptions. That's the main part of it. Tax class. If you're going to be adding taxes for the pricing or anything like that, this will automatically add 7% sales tax or 6%, or you can individualize it by state, stuff like that. Most of the time I find people don't even really use this when it comes to website selling, unless they're doing like a lot of business. Once they're doing a lot of business, then you got to be a little bit more on point with the IRS and stuff like that, so you might want to go and start using that later. But for right now, we're not worried about it. We're going to leave tax class none, just like we left the product manufacturer none. Now, the product price is what the product costs normally. So, let's say this coin is $460. I go ahead and put that in there, product net, product gross, and it automatically has the product pricing in there for me. So that's pretty much it. You just add the price there. You got your descriptions in there. Product quantity. Product model. Product model is like the model number of a product. Like let's say I have Motorola phones and I'm selling phones, and I have a Motorola MOT-7652 is the product that I'm getting ready to sell. Its model number. I can put that product model number in here, which would also become a keyword for search engines and places like Google Shopping. So if you have product models, it's always good to use them. Like I said though before, with coins, I don't know if you're going to be having anything like that to where you would need that. But if you do, you can use it. If not, and you're not ever planning on using it, just let me know, and I can go ahead and take it out and cut it out of the actual site code so you don't see it. Now, the product image is an important one. This is one of the more important parts about adding a product, because everything else is pretty simple. It's just adding a description, adding a date, adding a price, yada yada yada. But when it comes to adding a product image, you have to actually add the first image twice, and then the rest of the images you can add as single images, because the first image is going to become an icon image. So you have a small version of the image, and then when you actually click on the product, you have a big version of the image. Like here. That's that same image, just small before, and now it's big. And you want to have the big images in here, so the first small image, you want to add it twice. So I'll go ahead and hit that, and we'll just do these pennies as a for instance. Now, because that's the first image, and because that's going to be the main logo image for that product, and a small image version, we want to add it again as a large image. So I'm going to add that same one again. And then now for the rest of the pictures, I just go ahead and add large ones. I don't have to add it twice. So I'm just going to put some extra little whatever's in here to show you how it works. Product URL is like, let's say I'm selling a Samsung phone. I can make a link back to Samsung.com in my website. That also helps with search criteria and helps you become more popular on Google. So I mean, you might even want to just have it linked back to PCGS or NGC or one of the grading companies or something like that, just so you have links. By having those links, it makes you more popular. And they can also, if they're interested in contacting Samsung or finding out some more information directly from Samsung, they can click the link and go to it. Like I said though, that's another thing that you probably won't even use, or at the very least, at the most, use it for like PCGS or NGC or something like that. That way you can just have those extra links in there. So once again, that's something else that you don't really need to worry about. Product weight is important, because the website, when you actually sell a product, will help you automatically set up the shipping and the price for the shipping and all of that stuff automatically, to where you don't have to do all that. It'll do it for you. But you do want to add a product weight, because it is important, so it does that for you. When you're adding a product weight, you want to do it primarily in pounds and ounces. Anything smaller than 1 pound, you do an ounce. Anything over a pound, you might want to set it as a pound, or maybe use pounds and ounces and do 5 pound 4 ounce. But we're just going to go ahead and put 3 ounce for this as a basic template, so you can see what's going on. Okay, so now this product is basically ready. Everything's filled in that we need, and we're ready to go ahead and hit save, and bam, we now have a product that will automatically go to the website and will automatically wind up on Google search engines because of the criteria, and because of the descriptions and stuff like that. So this is just transferring. Normally it's a little bit quicker. I actually have my computer doing like a million things right now at once, so it's running a little bit slow. You gotta kind of hang in there. There it goes. Alright, so now that product's in there. Temp product, silver coin eagle. There's the image, and if we actually go to the website, to the main page, we'll see there's our product right there. There's the small image that we had to add twice, and here's the second version of that small image in large. The second one that we added becomes a large image in the large image section, as well as the other large images that we added. And they can hover over them, click them, and it brings up a bigger version, yada yada yada. You also have things that you need to pay attention to too. The main thing that you'll see though is you'll have orders come through, you'll have new customers come through, or you'll have a review that a customer posts. Reviews are not automatic. They are automatic in a way as far as the site's concerned, because if a customer adds a review, it automatically comes to the administration panel though and waits for you to review it. That way a customer isn't just posting a bunch of profanity or some craziness on your page, and they're actually getting reviewed by you, and then you can select whether or not you want it to use it or not. Like a review is going to pop up down here, and it's going to say there's a new review here that was added 1/14/2011 by John Doe, rating 5 stars, stuff like that. The reviews are going to pop up here, but they're automatically going to be red. They're going to be turned off. So if you want to actually use that review, you have to go ahead and greenlight it and set it to active. That way it shows up on the site. Once again, that's just to block people from posting crazy crap reviews that you don't really want. This way a review pops in, you review it, you say, okay, yeah, that's a cool review, I like that, I want that on my site. Then you can go ahead and activate it and use it. But if not, you could always leave it red, delete it, whatever. You can also get to your reviews from the main menu, which I'll put a little spot up here for your reviews too, but until then it's right here under catalog reviews. And we'll bring it to its own little separate page where you get like a basic idea of it and be able to edit it, delete it, activate it, whatever you want. Other things that you might mess with is reviews, specials, discount codes, and news. So let's start with news. You actually have two different types of news systems on here. You have the latest news, which posts to the front page, which posts right here in the front, right here. And what's going to happen is this is going to become smaller, and it's only going to take up a small square, like half of this. And then on the right, you're going to have an image slider of products that makes like a slideshow of products that changes every few seconds to show different stuff. So yeah, but once you start adding news, it will appear in here and will look something like this. Like this is our news item. New website is up and running. We have that same here on latest news. You can also click news here. New website is up and running, and test news too. You can add a news item, edit a news item, delete a news item. We're just gonna go pull up edit. It's pretty simple. It's just a headline and a content. You just fill out those two and hit insert, and there, news item. It's gonna automatically post to the news page. You also have you see, you got specials, reviews, discount codes. A lot of that stuff lines up right on the front, like reviews. That product review that was posted would show up here, and it would change, every time a page was loaded, it would change to show a different review. Or you have a special. Let's say you want to add a price, discount price on a product, but not use a discount code. You just want to make it, like a special, like it's anybody who sees it can grab that at that price. We can do that from in there. Like this one has $39.99 was the original price. We made it $29.99 just by adding it into the specials category, which is also clickable from here. And these are the 5 products that we have on special. And there's the product that we had right there, $39.99, $29.99. Status, active or not. And you can add new products, change products, edit products. But you have to take a product that you already have in the system. You can't just build a new product from here. You have to take a product that you've already made a new product, and then just when you go to create a product special, you pick it from the drop down list, find the product, add the new price, and if you want to make it expire on a certain day, you can do that from there. And the only other one really is discount codes, which is adds a discount code. Like let's say you want to make a discount code for all your Facebook customers, and you let everybody on your Facebook page know that there's a discount for 20% off or whatever. FBDISC 2013. So this is Facebook discount 2013. That's going to become their code to get the discount. So when they actually go to through the checkout process, they'll be able to type in that code that you gave them and receive the discount of 20% or whatever we make that discount what we want it. You can make it to where they have to order a certain amount of stuff before they receive that discount, an expiration date. If you want to, like, say we're going to use this discount code for Facebook people, and we want to make it the first 50 people from Facebook that use the discount, and then after that the discount expires. That's what the number of use is for. Like if I want to use the code only 50 times, I set it as 50, and after the 50th time that code becomes invalid and isn't used anymore. And you can apply this code to a product, so if they buy just that product they get a discount, or you can make it go onto the subtotal of the order or the order total. That way you'll be able to make a product for just one type of person or for a whole bunch of people, and just customize how you want your discount codes done. Other than that though, a lot of this other stuff you don't go into. There's a few other things that I will go into. I'm not going to go into in this lesson video because I don't want to make this video too long and too complicated. But the next lesson video would go over, how to use stock reports and use the super tracker, which gives you analytics and tells you who's coming from where, how long they're staying on the site, what products they're looking at, if they decided to buy the product and add it to their cart or not, if they did add it to cart and canceled it, what web browser they're using, what city and state they're in. It tells you a lot of information about everybody and everything that they're clicking on your website to give you an idea of what you can do to make changes to make the website more better. And like let's say you have somebody's using the site and they're getting a lot of people that are abandoning the cart. Like they're picking out a product, they're putting it in the shopping cart, but then they never pay for it and they never actually finalize it and check out with it. If you're getting a lot like that, your super tracker is going to tell you that, and it's going to let you know that you're losing a lot of people in the shopping cart area. Maybe you can simplify the shopping cart area, make it simpler, make it less pages so people don't get discouraged, things like that to improve your sales. So it's really important information, but like I said, we'll go into that another day. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of it and a quick rundown of some of these other things. And that's pretty much it. That's how you add products, and you can edit and change products just by finding your product. Let's go back to test. Oops. Erase that test. And there's one of our test products. We can edit it, change the product's information around, whatever you want to do. It's pretty simple. And we can add custom fields to this later. Like let's say you want to add a drop down menu, whether the coin is graded or not, or which company it's graded by if it's graded. We can add little drop down menus and stuff like that later as we figure out what we need. But other than that, that's it. Guess just go ahead and just start getting some products added so that I can go through and make the changes and update the site code as we go. Because a lot of that stuff, it's really a lot simpler to make changes and develop the site when the site has content. Because it makes it simpler because you can kind of see where everything lays out, and you know how much room you have and things like that to do things. So go ahead and get some products in there, and I'll get back to you soon. And if you need anything, just click the links, send me a Facebook, whatever. Other than that, you go ahead and have a good day. Bye. Thanks for watching.